If you are a regular watcher of my videos, you'll know that I do a lot of walks. And I do a lot of walks in Denbigh. And one of them is the Johnny Munn's walk. And there's quite a few of you out there that you comment on my walks and say, oh, brilliant walk, and that, you know, you've given me inspiration to do it myself. And they do the walk. But a lot of questions I get on the Johnny Munn's walk is that they've done the walk and they found Johnny Munn's, which is Johnson's monument, but they can't find the cottage. On the walk is Dr. Johnson's cottage and Dr. Johnson's monument. And I suppose if you don't exactly know its location, it is probably easy to miss because it's very overgrown now. So what I thought I'd do in this video is show you exactly where the cottage is, the hidden cottage. Because it's easy to find the monument. All the ones that have done the walk have said they found the monument, but they can't find the cottage. So I'll show you now exactly where Dr. Johnson's cottage is. Okay, there are two main ways you can get to the cottage and the monument. One way is from Denbigh, follow the road round the corner and then you head, well, you sort of bear right off the road. This is the way I'm going now, that's where I've come from. It's from the Denbigh, or from Gwaenynog, which will be coming from that direction. So, if you're coming from Denbigh, you come through this gate here and you'll come to that bridge and you'll see there is a footpath sign, tells you to go up that way across the bridge and up the field, but when you come to this bridge, keep going down the path from that bridge there. Just to recap, you've come from that direction, which is Denbigh, and you pass that bridge, you come to another stile, over that stile, and you've got a couple of 100 yards, and keep your eye out on the right, which I'll show you now. So I'm just approaching that stile I mentioned now, and if the river is not on your left, if it's not on your left, then I have no idea where you are. So over this stile now, or through the gate if you want, but I'll go over the stile. And like I said earlier, this is coming from Denbigh off the main road. Gwaenynog, you'll be coming from opposite direction, which I'll show you that when I get to the cottage. So you've gone over the stile. It's just a couple of 100 yards, and the cottage will be on your right. I was just going to say it will appear, but I'm just thinking, you know, if you don't exactly know where it is, you could easily walk past it, as a few have done. So nearly there. You come to another stile into like a sort of an open field, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm coming to the stile I mentioned, river on my left. There's the other stile. It goes out onto the open, well, open-ish field, and that's where you would be coming from if you're coming from Gwaenynog. You'd be coming from that way there, through that gate there. And there's also a kissing gate, but that gate has been open now for quite some time, but there is a kissing gate there. So this is coming from Denbigh off the main road, and that's coming from Gwaenynog. And on your right is the cottage. At first glance you're probably thinking, cottage? What cottage? I'll get a bit closer. I suppose, like I said earlier, well, a lot of people have missed it, they've walked right past it. So you can see here, there's that's the front door there. Or what was the front door. Lintle's gone on the top, that's gone for some time now. There's no roof on it, but hopefully you can make out Dr. Johnson's cottage, and this is where it is, obviously. Basically, you can see there. So to recap, that's where you're coming from Gwaenynog. You'll come to this stile. That's where you're coming from Denbigh. Off the main road, and you'll reach the stile. And if I go back towards the river, and like I said, probably at first glance, you would miss it. You know, if you didn't know exactly where it was, I suppose it is pretty easy to miss. So that's it. So if you're ever doing this walk, I'll show you a bit later on. I'll show you Johnny Mons. I'll end the video there, which is Johnson's monument. So this is Dr. Johnson's cottage. So hope that's answered a few questions. So if you're ever doing this walk, you'll know exactly where the cottage is. Oh, and it's haunted as well. Might not have mentioned that. I'll show you the monument and then I'll end the video there. So just to recap, it's coming from Denbigh. That's coming from Gwaenynog. And there's Dr. Johnson's cottage. So that's looking back to the cottage, which is not in view from here, obviously. Basically. Now then, if you were coming from Gwaenynog, you'd be coming down there to this point here, and obviously that way. And to get to Johnny Mons, you would head up that way, which I'll show you the monument now. It's a good walk if you ever want to do it. Johnny Mons and the cottage, if you can find it. And you come to gates after a couple of 100 yards. If you look to your left, you can't miss it. There's Johnny Mons. So that's it. If you're ever doing this walk, that is the location of the hidden cottage, Dr. Johnson's cottage.